High Vibe Heels, which is an online heels and burlesque and spirituality community. And today I'm bringing you a really special EFT tapping because I have recently went through something and my community has recently went through something incredibly traumatic, and that is Hurricane Helene. The last few weeks have been a roller coaster, to say the least, and if you've seen anything online about the damage and the devastation that Hurricane Helene has caused to Western North Carolina, it is pretty insane. And I personally have never been through a hurricane. We usually don't get affected by hurricanes here in the mountains, but in the city, Asheville, North Carolina, where I live, and in the city that my family is from, the devastation is unbelievable, and it's just been such a sad, scary, intense few weeks. And so I wanted to create a tapping video for any of you out there who have been going through this alongside me, and also for anyone that's going through anything traumatic in general. Tapping has been the most healing practice for me. I have healed through so many traumatic events in my life through EFT tapping, which is essentially a practice where you are tapping on the various meridian points in your body and you're releasing stuck, stagnant energy. And it's a way to help you process the emotions that often we're not allowing ourselves to feel. And I know for me, I have heard a lot, I have seen a lot, I've experienced a lot in the last few weeks that I never thought I would experience in my entire life. And I know so many of you, if you're watching this, you're feeling the exact same way. And I don't know what to do with those emotions often. We bottle them up and we let them just keep bottling up until they kind of explode out of us in really toxic and negative and unhealthy ways. And so tapping is a way to help you move through those things that you're feeling in a healthy way and to start to feel the emotions that we have been suppressing. And so if you're coming to this video and you're ready to move through your emotions and you're ready to start the healing process, this is the video for you. If you feel like you're not there yet, you're really not ready to move through whatever it is you're experiencing, whether it is post-Hurricane Helene or something else that has been really intense and traumatic in your life, that's okay. Come back to this video later. You really have to be kind of ready to take on these emotions because it's a lot. I did this tapping yesterday and I sobbed and I sobbed and I sobbed because I had not really released these emotions that have been building up inside of me, seeing so much loss, seeing so much destruction and devastation that really happened overnight here. I feel like so many of us haven't really known what to do with those emotions. And so this tapping video is going to help you acknowledge them, which can be a lot at first. So please be gentle on yourself. And if you need to stop, that's okay. But if you feel like you really want to start to heal whatever traumatic experience has happened to you, try to move through those emotions. Try to let yourself feel them. Cry, scream, sob, punch a pillow, like whatever you have to do to let these things out, to let the anger out, to let the frustration out, to let everything that you're feeling inside of you out. You're going to feel a little bit of peace, hopefully, at the end of this tapping. And that's exactly what it did for me. I was able to acknowledge emotions that I have been really like holding within me and not letting out, because a huge thing that I know I have experienced and people who have went through this hurricane have experienced is like a survivor's guilt feeling, and feeling like, well, I made it through this, so I should be grateful. I should be, feeling so lucky to be here, which I am. But at the same time, there's been so much sadness and so much damage that's been done that we are allowed to grieve, that we are allowed to process, and we shouldn't be feeling guilty for whatever emotions are coming up. And I know that's a little bit more specific to my situation, but again, guilt is a big feeling that comes up with a lot of survivors of trauma. So we're going to be moving through all of those emotions in this tapping. And essentially what you're going to be doing is you're going to be tapping on the various meridian points that I tap on, and you're just going to repeat what I say after me. And I really recommend doing this with your eyes closed. Like, just allow me to be your guide. You can even minimize me on the screen if you're watching on like a laptop, or put your phone aside and just close your eyes and tune into the emotions that you're feeling and not feeling like I'm staring at you while you're trying to process those things. Again, I did this by myself yesterday and I already had my big release, so I'm gonna try as much as possible not to like be overcome with emotion as I tap through these points with you, but I want you to feel free to process them in whatever way you need to process them. And I am not a therapist, okay? So if you have been through a specific type of trauma, that is something that of course needs to be addressed with a therapist, with a mental health practitioner. I am personally just someone who loves tapping and who feels like it has been one of the biggest ways to heal trauma in my life, and I hope this tapping can bring you some peace. And without further ado, let's get into it. Make sure you have some water nearby because like a massage or like any form of energy work, we're going to be flushing out like toxins and stuck energy in the body. So make sure you have some water nearby, and also maybe do this towards the end of your day where you feel like you can just relax after this and not have to go into like a meeting or job or anything like that with all these feelings fresh on your mind. But essentially what we're gonna do is we're gonna tap through the really stuckness, the pain. We're gonna express it, we're gonna say it out loud, and then we're going to start to replace those feelings with more uplifting, positive beliefs. All right, if you're ready, let's get into it, my loves. Before we do, I want you to go ahead and just take a big deep breath in, holding at the top, and exhale, just let it all go. And we're gonna start tapping on the side of the hand, and I want you to just repeat after me, okay? I am so drained. Emotionally, physically, mentally. The days just all run together at this point. So much has changed, and it hurts a lot. And even though it hurts, I feel kind of numb at the same time. Something really terrible has happened. And it's caused a lot of pain to a lot of people. Something that up until 3 weeks ago, and you can insert your timeline here, I could have never imagined would happen in my lifetime. I've seen, heard, felt, experienced things that I really wish weren't real. The pain some days has felt insurmountable. And yet here I am, sitting in my home, safe, alive, clothed, fed, feeling sorry for myself. When I know for a fact that there's someone that has it worse than me right now. I feel so guilty for even being able to sit here and watch this video and have the time to focus on healing and to focus on moving forward. When so many others can't afford that luxury right now. My emotions are just a big jumbled mess. And I'm angry. God, I am so angry. This shouldn't have happened. Life feels so dark and harsh, when usually I'm a pretty positive person in my life. But that positivity just feel like it's been zapped from my entire being. And I'm overwhelmed with that reality. But I need to get all of this out. I need to allow myself to feel the things that I've been pushing and pushing and pushing down. I can't keep this bottled up anymore. I'm literally gonna explode if I do. No matter how scary the feelings may be, they need to be felt so I can start to move forward with this new version of reality. I deserve that. All right, my loves, take a big deep breath in. Holding at the top, and exhale. Just let it go. All right, my loves, I know that was probably tough, not super fun to say all those things out loud, but we've set the stage, we've been honest, and now we can start to move through it. So let's go ahead and start tapping on the top of the head. Feeling all of this doesn't feel good at all. In fact, it feels like absolute shit. I've been doing my best to get through the days as though nothing has happened, when in reality, so much has happened. And I'm done ignoring it. The only way out of this is through. And as scary as it may be, I'm willing to try to move through it. I'm willing to try to heal. And just to be clear, healing isn't about forgetting, or ignoring, or neglecting. It's loving myself enough to say, okay, it's okay to move forward. I don't have to be stuck in this sadness and pain forever. I've been through enough. I've been through enough. I don't have to keep punishing myself for surviving. I know I'm so lucky to be here. There's a reason I'm still here. It's a privilege to be alive right now. And I need to take care of myself. Not only for my own well-being and happiness, but for everyone else's too. I can only be of service when my cup is filled. And a lot of people need my service right now. But my cup hasn't been neglected of all things good. Tea, coffee, juice, wine. My cup has not been seeing any action. And that's okay. I've been in mourning. I've been in survival mode. I've been struggling hard. But I'm here now, and I'm ready to show up differently. I'm ready to allow the pain to move through me and out of me. Because I have a job to do here. I have a purpose on this planet. My community needs me. My family needs me. I need me. But this healing process doesn't have to happen overnight. It's probably going to take a while. But the act of moving forward, even in the smallest ways, is progress. Maybe that means going out for a walk. Making a yummy home-cooked meal. Taking a dance class. Watching one of my favorite Halloween movies on Disney Channel. These small incremental changes make a big difference over time. They add up to massive healing shifts. I deserve to heal. And no matter how long it takes, I will be gentle on myself. Because healing isn't linear. But it is so possible. I went through some tough shit in my life. And this is different, but not different. Because, as always, I will make it through this. I am so damn strong. I will come out on the other side of this. There's no rush. No rush to be back to normal or even back to okay, whatever okay is. Because it's gonna take time. And I must be gentle on myself and those around me. But you know what? It takes courage to heal. It takes courage to move forward. As hard as it can be. And I trust that God, or the universe, or whatever it is I put my belief in, is looking out for my highest and greatest good. And that gives me a lot of peace. Tomorrow can be brighter. The cracks in my heart can start to mend. The colors can come back bolder and more beautiful. The hugs can be tighter. The love can be sweeter. But I just have to allow space for that to happen. I can't keep myself stuck in this trauma, reliving it over and over and over again in my mind or via social media or however. I can acknowledge it, I can feel it, and I can also let it go from my body whenever I'm ready. I'm gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. We are loved and divinely guided. And so it is. Take a big deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. My love, wherever you're sitting, I just want you to give yourself the biggest hug after doing that tapping. I'm so proud of you for taking the time to be here to do this for yourself. If you're like me, the first time you did this tapping, if you made it all the way through, you wanted to stop probably multiple times. I had to literally stop as I did this tapping the first time because I just felt so much emotion and anger and pain and everything. But if you allow yourself to make it through this, and you did if you're watching this video, I'm so proud of you, and feel free to come back to this anytime you need it. Like I said, especially with, I know my situation and people who survived this hurricane, this is going to be such a process of healing. We went through so many emotions in the last few weeks, and I've experienced so much sadness and heartbreak, and there's just so many things to move through. And so please give yourself the time and space to start to move through it. This is not an overnight process, but it is something that over time is going to help you heal and to bring you more peace. And that was my entire goal for this video, was to help you experience a little bit more peace and moments of safety during a time that can feel really uncertain, whether again you experienced a hurricane or you're just experiencing another type of trauma. This practice of tapping, or whatever your practice is, for me, I have tapping, I have dance, I have all these things that I feel like bring me this sense of love and peace and safety. Please try to dedicate time for yourself for those things, because as much as it can feel like, oh, I feel guilty for doing this, or I feel like I should be putting my time elsewhere, pouring into other people, pouring into my community, yes, that is all needed. But if you're not showing up as a good version of yourself, then you're actually not being of support. And when you take care of yourself, it's so much easier to take care of others and to be that light to others. And so I am so grateful for you. I'm so happy that you're here, and I hope that this tapping sequence brought you as much peace as it brought me. And just know this High Vibe Heals community is always here for you whenever you need it. And I'm always here for you. So always feel free to send me a DM. My Instagram handles are linked below, but the best place to find me is at High Vibe Heals. And just let me know how I can be of service to you. I have so many videos and tapping videos and dance classes on this channel that are all intended to help bring you joy and happiness and help you to feel good in your life. And so if there's any way that I can support you, please let me know, and I will point some of my content your way, or just be someone to talk to. Just know I love you so much. I'm always here for you, and I'm sending you so much love during whatever it is that you're experiencing right now. And just know that it's all gonna be okay, and that you deserve to heal. And I love you. Mwah.